Greetings everyone, and Grade here of another Row 3 replay. Spawn on bottom left side as the blue allies, we have PeruvianDa. Spawn on the top right side as the green Soviets, we have a foreign name. Looks like we got 8 barracks being deployed out here. Walls going on up. Don't believe that's fast airfield, could be fast airfield. Nope, it's double boot camp. Got double boot camp pushing way forward over here. This is generally the safe side for north, safe side for south. But there's a lot of dogs here. You now got a combat engineer here. The combat engineer's revolver can one-shot a dog, though you have to be very careful and not get overwhelmed by multiple dogs. Got these 2 bears pushing forward. We've got 4 dogs here. Here's the thing as well. These dogs and bears are so stacked up, a single bark or roar can stun all the entire opposing force. Now I got a massive wave of peacekeepers pushing forward. Green's eyeing for this oil derrick now. There's an engineer. Does get a bark there and will net himself an engineer. As well as a conscript. As well as another conscript. And does get gunned down by the conscript. So losing that engineer is pretty big. But the allied player has a big force of peacekeepers now pushing forward. That could do some serious work. There's the 3 dogs. Not sure where one of the bears went. May have been split on off. And the bark does get a good bark there. Dog does get a bark there. Blue's now advancing forward with these peacekeepers. We do have another engineer here. So he can get easily overwhelmed, but of course he can't escape out to sea. The conscripts may need to charge forward just to stall out. Oh, and those dogs do get some kills there, but the conscripts do finish off the dogs. And Sickle does jump on forward, gets some good damage there. The combat engineer is still back here, safe. The Sickle's starting to get overwhelmed. Got another Sickle being deployed on the field. Peacekeepers are, of course, very, very good at their job. A little bit too good, honestly. Does get a jump there. Does get a jump there. Of course, the shields are up. These guys will slowly be picked apart. And does use some Molotovs there. Molotovs do one-shot shielded peacekeepers. Indicator bomb run on over there. Some of these Sickles are quite wounded. And now got the Soviet MCV pushing way forward as well. The engineer does find an opening there. The conscripts in this region dancing around, able to keep the area nice and secure. Molotovs are charging on forward as well. It doesn't exactly gun down the peacekeepers. Vindicator does get some good bombs put there. That Sickle tried to jump away and cancels the refinery there. Power plant now being put on the field. Bear is interrupted. Nope, does not properly interrupt the prospector. Does get a small interruption there. A small interruption there. Needs to get more into center to interrupt. And Vindicators are, one of them has been shot down. Looks like a Bullfrog went down as well. And conscripts have been launched forward by these Bullfrogs. And there's a Terror drone there. Bear does not absorb hits there. Bear still being annoying. Does slow down expansion a little bit and does receive some bombs in return. Sickle now trying to destroy the oil deck, or take a bit of time for that. WMCV has one expansion there. Could try to claim the naval expansion now. But does deal with all these Vindicators. Does get one of the Vindicators now. One of the Bullfrogs does get bombed. Does get some good damage there. And does not kill off a Vindicator as well. Needs a lot more Bullfrogs now. And the Mao here has some health. Gotta be careful, you never know when it may open up its head and start launching out infantry like Bullfrog. You now have the Riptide push way forward, trying to gun down some of these conscripts. And Losa does do a good bomb dodge there with the Sickle and his fleet jump. A lot of these conscripts are starting to go on down. Does do bomb slits there. And looks like this oil derrick will go down. Naval expansion will be deployed on out. Riptide trying to stop the Sickle. The Sickle should be able to get the kill there. Nope, decides to fall back a little bit too early, I would say. Soviet MCV now pushing way forward, maybe trying to eye for some turret pushing. And, ooh, looks like a number of those Vindicators do get shot out of the air. Looks like the Sickle did go, no, the Sickle did not go down there. Does get infect there. Soviet MCV charging forward, trying to crush some of these Riptides. They want to start camping the War Factory armor facility. It does get the crush there, crushing his own Terror Drone while at it. And a Guardian Tank comes out, and a Guardian Tank gets crushed. Cryo Shot does come forward as well. Sickle's getting some good damage there. Sickle's generally beat Riptides in 1v1. This Sickle does get frozen. And maybe a good idea to go for a patrol move in front of that armor facility. Sickle's now trying to hit there. Does take out sell off the expansion. Some large number of Sickles here gain some good focus damage onto that Riptide. Could jump on the other side of the War Factory and does crush out the Guardian Tank that just popped out to the side. He really didn't want to be crushed by the MCV, so busts out the side of the wall like a Kool-Aid Man, but still gets crushed. Because Kool-Aid Man still made out of glass. MCV is currently idle there, seeing massive amounts of damage. Needs to fall back and get on out of there, maybe deploy out barracks in the front line. Sickle's now body blocking the MCV. You're seeing massive fire there. Massive jump there, crushing most of the Javelin troops. MCV is still not problem being micro. We're seeing massive amounts of fire there. Guardian Tank does get out paint laser, does destroy the MCV. MC was not seeming very well controlled right there. But now Green's eyeing for a counterattack, trying to overrun the Prospectors. This Prospector does receive a Sickle. Got some Terror Drones here. One does get the Snare, the other one could try to go for Infect. Does get Infect there. Terror Drone's trying to eat the Javelin Troop there. Does eat the Javelin Troop there, but those get destroyed in return. Heroic Guardian Tank is now... could fall back to the armor facility for repairs. Or did that go down? Does jump on in, trying to overwhelm these forces. Does take out some of these Peacekeepers now. Does get another Infect on the other Guardian. Heroic one. Oh, does get... take out that Terror Drone there. The Sickle still very much alive. Could flee jump onto those Peacekeepers. Does get body blocked. He jumps away. Or more inwards, honestly. Oh, Derek has been fully repaired. And now we got another Soviet MCV. So he did stall enough time to get out another MCV. Blue, however, still has significant force. He doesn't have a super reactor either, so can't deploy hammer tanks. Blowing out some more Terror Drones now. Expansion still up and going. This oil derrick now receiving some fire. Got multiple Terror Drones before. One of them could snare, the other one could infect. And these Terror Drones do get picked on off. More Sickles now being deployed out on the field. Does have a super reactor now on the field, so that could be useful in deploying out hammer tanks. Cryo Shot does come forward, does get the freeze on the Core Collector. It does take it out there with the Guardian Tank now. Blue's force now advancing forward. There's one hammer tank in the mix. Sickles could jump on top of the infantry. And now the Soviet MCV is charging forward once again. Of course, now this force can fall back out to sea. More hammer tanks now being put on the field. And looks like the Soviet MCV is going back off out of the region. Redeploys now. We've got a Cryocopter now pulling field. He does have some Bullfrogs here. Parking the Bullfrogs in this region wouldn't be half bad for anti-aircraft purposes. Does shrink the MCV there. It can now be crushed by a Guardian Tank. Over here, do have another infect there. And there goes that Prospector. And will snare himself, and does do that to interrupt the movement there. Being brought on off the line. It should be able to get to the armor facility in time. And there we go. Does get repaired on up. Got a good number of bullfrogs here for anti-aircraft purposes. May need some more hammer tanks and maybe a couple more sickles as well. Indicator trying to get some bombing runs off, but not a good idea to hit not prospectors, ore collectors. Lord Eric now seeing some damage. And that Lord Eric will go down. Do now have, looks like a Mirage tank. Looks like a max clearance now deployed on the field. And the MCV, wait.
The show must go on.
The MCV crushed the Mirage tank before it got shrunked. So you got lucky with that. The Mirage tank now seems to fire there. Could try to grab its weapon. Mirage tank's now infected. Got crowd blasting upon field, freezing down these bullfrogs. Does perhaps get this one in the radius as well. Does get some of its own infantry frozen as well. Sickles backing on off, and the Soviet player does back up the game now. This is Grant saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.